Hey everyone, I'm Kloo. Welcome back to Small Side Dungeon. I think it's about time we check out the new Primal dungeons. And then if we have a little bit of time afterwards, I'll go through my XP farm comp. But I think we want a nurse, definitely a mystic, a huntress. I did read a bit of the update log, and there's things called ambushes. I'm not sure if the huntress prevents them, but we'll have to see. And then we probably want the wizard, probably the Tapanona, and maybe just the chef for some aggressive buffs. So the chef, doesn't matter where he is, I figured out. He goes first no matter what, which is awesome, means we can just chuck him in the back. So yeah, just base attack. What other food do we unlock? Health, XP, use HP, gold, or ore. So yeah, so just attack, because we're trying to essentially level or scale everyone as we go. We still want the interest versus probably the right setup. Maybe the Tapanona first for when he clears, just to make it a bit more optimal. Going like that, potentially. Early on, we do want the Huntress to try and scale as well, though. So I think we're going like that. So, AoE back-to-back. I'm not sure if I updated the Huntress's AI, because I think I want to get rid of the marking. Because marking's only useful, yeah, in terms of having multiple Huntresses. When you've only got one, I think you'd rather them attack. Especially early on where 1.5 times damage is not necessary. So we're not going to get rid of it, we're just going to put it down to the bottom. So it's the last thing that's ever done, which means it will never be done. AoE. Strongest attack, so I'm pretty sure for the wizard, you should just use Eviscerate every time. We'll have to see. Yeah, equipment wise, I'll set that up and then we'll come back. Right, so this is the setup we're going with. The wizard stack most for his AoE. The mystic and nurse I've chucked on the Ozian armor, if that's how you pronounce it, so that they can have a stronger group attack as well. The huntress has the Widowmaker, so she now has a decent AoE attack, and then the Tapanona, because they've got their own closing time, don't worry about it, they can stay single target. Potentially maybe want the Huntress before the Tapanona to try and ensure the buffs. And then as for gems, we'll probably just go with the star gems. I'm tempted just to run item find. Ooh, wrong one. Because I do kind of want to see what there is. So we'll do item find. We'll sacrifice not going as far as we can for a bit of just understand. No, because in that sense, the further you go, the better items you get. So we'll do star gems. Item find on the silver necklaces, because the silver necklaces are also 10% damage reduction, which is probably one of the best things you can use. Besides maybe the magic attack once you really get it up high. But yeah, I think that's good enough. I'm going to tweak the scripts a bit more. So the nurse and the mystic now also use AoEs. Right, so the main thing I've added is, or changed, is this enemy team alive greater than 1. Used to be 2. It'll use the strongest group attack. It's also above the rank command and the ore, so it's going to see if there's more than one person alive. If so, use group attack. If there's one person alive but their rank is greater than normal, sorry, if there's 2. Now, if there's 2, it should still use the group attack. But this just prioritizes people of higher rank over ore, and then ore or everything else. These three shouldn't overlap, because as long as this is greater than 1, it doesn't matter. It just dictates whether or not, if the ore is the only thing that's left, they'll use default attack. If strong creatures left, they'll use a strong attack. And I've changed that for, or added that to everyone. So that way, in the future, equipping them with specific weapons or armor that has that AoE should trigger. Right, so we will swap over to the Primal lands, and we'll give it a go. Key settings should be the same. We probably want to turn on warps to try and get as far as possible. And yeah, we'll see what this is about. We get our attack, and we get our buff on the Huntress, which is because of the AoE. So I'll probably skip past all these early flaws and come back when there's something a bit better. I'm assuming there's bosses, so Kloo, I'm not too sure. I might leave it recording and then just edit out. But yeah, so it will just be this content if you want to watch. New monsters, new abilities, new artwork, and new soundtrack. So enjoy. See you in a bit. That was a decent run, 607. Bunch of stuff to go through now. I'm guessing that's like the main boss. Fishing, have you ever tried it? Catch 10 fish. Interesting. It's a new stuff to craft. Oh, all the way down here. Withering. Seems like an interesting effect. These seem a lot better. What do we have? Evasion, damage reduction, regen, withering, HP, and attack. That seems like one of the better ones. And essence and gold. Neither of them are unique. And we've got a fair few. I'm guessing that's like uranium ore, but within the Primal lands. Yeah. We get any? No. I think opals from the opal shards, emeralds, rubies as well. We can make them now. All right, interesting. What else? Oh, and a fishing rod. Grants go fish. Physical. Produce a fish with a random bonus when used in the task swampable river. Curious. Yeah, the gold find, that's pretty good. 40%, I think that's more than the Staff of Avarice too. Plus it has essence find and item find. We will want a bunch of them. Need more mystery seeds. Okay, we'll get into what I've been using to farm. Yeah, so it's this basic setup. So it's the chef and then just repeats of whatever class you want to level. Because the whole idea is using the chef, you change these all to pancakes. So it's 1 XP each party member. So if you have 5 of the same thing, then it's 5 XP per round. Which if you're doing about 1,000 floors is obviously 5,000 XP plus whatever they get traditionally. So you get a fair amount of XP. And then to compensate, I might as well continue with the soda junkies. I don't know if it'll replace my party. I have to reassign. No. So yeah, with the soda junkies, you just have the fry pans on, and that way you get a good amount of ingredients back for the chef to actually use. And what we just got character XP on almost everyone. I think if we could make one more. That's everyone. Yep. Yeah, so character XP, so 10%, so about 5,500 from the chef, plus the floor, probably about 6k a run, and I think you need to get to, it says, doesn't it? Yeah, 62k, so it's about 10 runs with each class, and I've just been slowly burning through credits, and obviously stocking them back up. We'll have to get to the boss rush next time as well, since that seems like a reasonable way to get more credits. Just bin this and resave it so that the equipment's saved. So yeah, so you just go normal. I start at 1 because obviously you can clear the most that way. I turn warp off, healing fairies a must, and then we just go. We spend as much as possible. So 703. More importantly, we got up to level 39. So if you pay attention, I didn't. You could see before how much XP we got. It's a fair amount, and obviously it's very simple. We just rehire. As you saw, it was 700 tickets a go. It'll be easier with some other classes because obviously you'll get a lot further. I forgot to go back. My mistake. And generally, you'll stock up on stuff. And if you can't, then just swap over to the resource run. We hire them again. They've all got frying pans as well, plus ore find. Then we'll go back to 1, turn this on. So, 1,000 floors. Still XP, which is great. But more importantly, once everything loads through, if we go to this side, get a fair amount of all these miscellaneous, so all the food stuff is generally what I have the chef set to use. So that's about 500 right there, 600, 700, so you get about 1,000 a thing. So it generally pays for itself. We go back to this party and we give it another go. And it's fine. I just want to see how much resources we generally get here. So it was 39 before, so 43, so 4 levels, so it's pretty decent. Getting pretty close to 50 on the soda junkie, and then we can just move on to the next guy. If we look, not that much apparently, despite using the fry pans. In fact, none at all, it looks like. Curious. Because, I know what it is. It's because they've set to burp, isn't it? Yeah. Which I don't think this triggers the fry pan. It only triggers on normal attacks. So, you just strip them down. Instead of using melee, just use default, I think it is. Should be better off. Give it one more go. So a bit less, but we should have got a decent amount of stuff. So 43, 45 is 2 levels. This time we got... Still not much. Interesting. But anyway, as you saw, you can just use the resource run to restock. That's pretty much it. We'll probably hop on to figuring out the boss rush next time. Really shop. I don't know if I saw this before. More stats, are they just gimmicky? No, so some of them are impeccable. Interesting, so there's more stuff than I realised. Are there any new structures? Not yet, at least. Upgrades. But yeah, so we'll probably figure out the boss rush next time. We did figure out a pretty decent comp in the Huntress with the Widowmaker. They got fairly high attack, and just using them to try and clear. Only problem with that is you can't start high. You really need to do it properly and start from low as possible to build up as much attack as possible. But it'll be interesting. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.